The story follows Elsa Martins, a young woman in France whose brother Frank disappeared during a long space mission. 3 years after he vanished, Elsa receives a strange signal from deep space, claiming it can bring Frank back, but only if she agrees to a mysterious condition. The film opens with a distant spacecraft drifting through space. We never see the crew, but we hear a recorded conversation between Elsa and Frank. He reminisces about home, like sitting by a fireplace with a beer, and tells her that when he returns, she'll surely be a great artist because she's so talented. The scene then shifts to Elsa at night, standing before a cosmonaut statue built in Frank's memory. Since his unexplained disappearance 3 years earlier, no trace of him has ever been found. Elsa and Frank shared a deep sibling bond, and his loss changed her completely. Restless and unable to sleep, she spray paints the letter F on the statue, her quiet tribute to Frank. It's a French film, so this letter might carry another meaning that I couldn't fully understand. Elsa is a talented artist with a love for comics, and throughout the film, we catch glimpses of animated sequences, possibly her own creations or stories she imagines to keep Frank alive in her memory. The theme of space adds a quiet depth to her inner world. In real life, Elsa works at an elder care facility, where her mother, Annick Martins, is the head administrator. Since Frank's disappearance, tension has grown between mother and daughter. Elsa still cares deeply for the elderly residents, yet the grief over her brother has drained her drive to pursue art the way she once dreamed. Each day on her way to or from work, she passes the statue of Frank, a constant reminder of the 3 years she has spent unable to move on. Her father is briefly mentioned as a teacher, and she has a younger brother, Vincent, though the story stays centered on Elsa. One evening, Elsa and Vincent sit beneath the stars, recalling how she and Frank used to stargaze and imagine a spaceship arriving to carry them on an endless journey. A bright streetlight spoils the view, so Vincent playfully breaks it. Near a nearby antenna, Elsa suddenly thinks she hears Frank's voice, a moment so fleeting she doubts it herself, and the siblings quietly return to watching the glittering sky. One day at the nursing home, Elsa carefully dresses an elderly woman, Marie Rose, whose husband, Mr. Lebon, is visiting. But the woman, suffering from Alzheimer's, doesn't recognize him and tries to push him away, injuring his hand. Feeling sorry, Elsa drives Mr. Leben home. Elsa's co-worker and friend Audrey later invites her to a party. Elsa goes, but the emptiness she carries never lifts. On her way back, a stray dog crosses the road. Taking it as a sign, she follows and meets Sidonie, a homeless woman lying on the ground. Sidonie, seemingly high, speaks strangely, claiming she can see Elsa's veins, and even snatches a bag of chips. Elsa lets it pass. I apologize in case I mispronounce any of these French characters' names. Instead of heading home, Elsa drives to the spot where she and Frank once stargazed, the same place where she thought she'd heard his voice the night before. Sitting in her car, she listens to music until the radio turns to static. Curious, she steps out near the antenna and notices dust swirling on the ground in a perfect circle, something that feels far from normal. When Elsa reaches into the circle, the air falls completely silent. Realizing this is no ordinary phenomenon, she stands inside the strange formation, surrounded by an eerie, absolute quiet. Inside the silent circle, Elsa suddenly hears Frank's voice. Overjoyed and shocked, she realizes she's speaking to her lost brother. When Elsa asks where he is, Frank replies, "We drifted. It's dark and empty. The crew is gone." She wonders how they can even communicate. Frank grows tense. "They're here, floating, watching me, inside my mind." He explains that an alien species has found him. According to them, there's a path home if Elsa helps. They need you. Look for a seed. it will let us stay in contact. The connection breaks. Elsa notices a strange, plant-like object nearby and instinctively places it in her ear. Frank's voice returns, but she quickly loses consciousness. When she wakes in her bed, she knows it wasn't a dream. The alien organism is lodged deep in her ear. Panicking, she tries to remove it, but a voice warns her to stop. The moment she resists, the entity triggers intense pain and nosebleeds, forcing her to give in. The voice reveals itself as an alien life form reaching out from deep space. Elsa begs it to leave her mind, but the entity insists. We need each other. Do as I say, and I'll go when our task is done. Desperate, Elsa asks if they can truly bring Frank back. The alien replies yes, if she helps them come to Earth, and warns her never to tell anyone about their contact. With no real choice, Elsa agrees. She presses for answers. Are you planning an attack on Earth? Will you spread and infect everyone? The being calmly denies it. We are only 5 and will remain 5. We have no plans of invasion. The alien explains an invisible path that connects deep space with Earth, guiding Elsa to a specific location where this passage can open. She asks why she was chosen, and the voice answers, because of your bond with Frank, you've already created the path. Following its instructions, Elsa moves through the forest, spray painting symbols to mark the route. The alien, fully inside her mind, reads her thoughts. Even when she silently curses, it asks what the words mean. Driven by the hope of bringing Frank back, Elsa obeys. At last, the entity tells her to stop before a massive tree. Your brother is beyond this. You must cut it down. To cut the massive tree, Elsa visits a timber yard for help and meets Augustin and Jordan. At first, they refuse without a purchase order, but after much pleading and a cash offer, they agree and bring a chainsaw to the forest. Jordan is rude from the start, questioning why Elsa insists on this one tree when so many others surround it. Elsa lies, saying it's part of a bet with friends. As they work, Jordan grows intrusive, making Elsa uncomfortable. After the tree finally falls, Jordan sends Augustin back to the truck and then tries to assault Elsa. She fights back, but he hits her and doesn't stop. Augustin returns, shouting for him to back off, but it's too late. Elsa grabs the chainsaw and stops Jordan in self-defense. Jordan dies there on the spot. Shaken but determined, Elsa steadies herself. When she turns, both Augustin and Jordan have vanished. Suddenly, Augustin reappears, walking toward her with a blank expression. The alien voice explains that one of them has taken control of Augustin's body. His mind is asleep, but his body is theirs. They will eventually need 4 more human hosts. Terrified, Elsa vomits. She asks what happened to Jordan, and the voice replies that he was too badly hurt to be of any help. When Elsa demands to speak with Frank, the alien warns her not to give orders. We can take your body too. We no longer need you, but you still need us. After Elsa insists, the alien finally allows contact. In an instant, she finds herself aboard Frank's spacecraft, where he lies sleeping in his chamber. It feels dreamlike, yet real. Animated visuals reveal a world inside Elsa's mind as she talks with her brother. To prove it's truly him, she asks for a childhood memory only they would know. Frank recalls how she once worked on a comic she kept hidden in a drawer, never letting anyone read it. Before fading, Frank whispers, "Don't stray from the path. You'll bring me back, right?" Elsa remains silent. After dropping Augustin off, Elsa asks the alien what he is experiencing. He's in a boat, trying to catch a huge blue fish. The voice replies, assuring her he's trapped in a peaceful dream. Curious, Elsa wonders why they need her to choose the next hosts. The alien explains she will make careful decisions, selecting people with no close family or friends so no one notices their disappearance. Elsa must find 4 more people within 3 days before the cosmic pathway closes. Later, Elsa speaks with her younger brother Vincent, posing a hypothetical question. If you could bring Frank back but had to make 4 people vanish without hurting them, who would you choose? Vincent hesitates. 1 life for 4? Isn't that too much? Pressed by Elsa, he first suggests disabled people who might be unhappy, but quickly rethinks it. Finally, he says those with no family or connections might suffer the least. The conversation leaves Elsa deeply unsettled. Sacrificing 5 strangers to save Frank feels selfish and cruel. Yet she recalls the elderly residents at the care center, lonely people few would miss, and wonders if the aliens' plan could unfold there without anyone realizing these hosts were no longer human. And anyway, the aliens never set any condition that they needed a young host, so it was the right decision. Sometimes the care center organized short trips for residents, and Elsa secretly chose the forest path where Jordan and Augustine had vanished. She led 3 elderly residents there, reassured by the aliens' promise that they would feel no pain and simply drift into a deep sleep. As they stepped onto the marked trail, 2 of them lifted silently into the air and disappeared. 1 man stumbled and fell behind, missing the path's pull. Elsa rushed to help him, horrified by what she'd witnessed. Before she could react further, her co-worker Audrey arrived. To avoid suspicion, Elsa stayed calm while the aliens quietly reclaimed the 2 bodies they had taken. Later, Elsa's mother called her to the office. She gently urged Elsa to move on from the nursing home and find her own purpose. We all miss Frank, but life can't stop. We have to learn to be happy again. Elsa, still burdened by grief, asked sharply, "Have you truly moved on?" Her mother admitted the pain never fades, but insisted that living fully is the only way forward, a lesson Elsa struggles to accept. Elsa finally asks the aliens who they really are. "We have no fixed form," the voice explains. "We take the existence of others. When one journey ends, we begin another." When Elsa wonders why they want to live like humans, the alien replies, "By becoming you, we feel life. Endless survival alone isn't living." Elsa quietly answers, "Being alive forever isn't the same as truly living. But maybe these aliens didn't think like us. Their way of seeing the universe was completely different." Soon, Augustin, now fully under alien control, tells her that a man arrived on a bike searching for his brother Jordan. "Is that a problem?" the alien asks. Elsa says, "Yes. Everyone wants their loved ones back." The next day, a strange sound fills Elsa's ear. Frank is fading. The alien warns she has only 6 hours before the cosmic path closes, and she still needs 2 more hosts. Desperate, Elsa sneaks into her parents' room to steal sleeping pills, planning to drug someone for the aliens. But her father unexpectedly enters, worried for her. Her father knew that Elsa missed her brother deeply and thought about him all the time, so he comforted her and held her close. The next day, Elsa takes the homeless woman Sidonie to a small restaurant under the pretense of sharing a meal. Sidonie's only family is a mother who despises her, a fact that weighs on Elsa but leaves her feeling she has no choice. While Sidonie steps away, Elsa slips sleeping pills into her drink and later leads her to the hidden forest path, where Sidonie vanishes. According to Elsa, this was also a good decision. After all, that homeless woman's life had been extremely difficult. Remember, the people Elsa brings along only disappear for a short time, and when they return, their bodies are taken over by aliens. For the final host, Elsa turns to Marie-Rose, already under alien control, hoping together they can bring Marie-Rose's husband, Mr. Laban. But when they reach his house, they find he has taken his own life, unable to cope with his wife's condition. Panicked and running out of time, Elsa races back to her car. The alien warns that if she fails to provide the last body, it will descend to Earth using Frank's body instead. Elsa breaks down, pleading that they can't take her brother. She vows to do anything to bring Frank back, yet feels utterly powerless. On the road, she spots Luke, Jordan's brother, walking alone after his bike breaks down, still searching for the missing Jordan. Elsa offers Luke a ride, claiming she'll take him to his missing brother. Nervous and tense, she tries to make small talk, asking about his future plans. Luke shares that he's a cook and dreams of opening his own restaurant within 5 years, even showing her a diary with potential names. Hearing this, Elsa is overwhelmed with guilt. She cannot sacrifice an innocent person for her brother. Abruptly, she pulls over and tells Luke to get out. Startled, he hesitates until Elsa yells for him to leave, sending him away unharmed. Only 10 minutes remained. If Elsa didn't offer another body, the aliens would claim Frank's. Sobbing, she begged to speak with her brother one last time. Frank wasn't angry. Instead, he asked gently, "If you could live forever inside a dream, what would you choose?" Elsa replied, "A dream where I learned to live without you." When she asked what he would do in her place, Frank stayed silent, and Elsa understood her choice. In a final vision, animated scenes show the siblings together on the spacecraft, gazing at Earth. In the final scene of the film, we see Elsa by the seaside, with Sidoni's dog by her side, and radiating calm, as if all her sorrow has lifted. Frank's return is never shown. It's clear Elsa surrendered herself to the alien, her body now theirs, while her mind remains forever inside that dream. And with that, this beautiful story comes to an end.